don't say no for the other person.
Yeah.
Can you elaborate on what that means?
Yeah. That was a really big one. If you're sitting down in a meeting, say you and I, are discussing, and you finally say, okay, how much are you going to charge for this video? Talking to me, I'm bidding on a project. Once I throw out a number, say I say $4,000. I literally sit still in silence right after you say that and look them dead in the eye, or not even like, you don't have to get serious.
Yeah.
But the human tendency is to say, but it's negotiable. And as soon as you say that, then you just ruin the whole thing. So don't say no for the other person can be in that context where you're actually in the conversation of money. Stick to your price as soon as you give it, and don't assume that they're going to say no. And then in the other context, it's before you even reach out to that person, don't assume they don't want your services. Don't assume they're going to say no. And that kind of goes back into the sales conversation. If you're sitting here and saying there's no way they could need video, or there's no way they could need social media help, no way. Then you're never going to ask them, and they're never going to give it to you. And that's saying no for the other person. A good example is like I said, we're sending out a ton of cold emails all the time. Some of our biggest projects have been from literally a cold email saying, hey, do you need video services? And they say, I was actually just looking for video services. I mean,
blast that email to everyone you know.
Seriously. And it has to be crafted. And don't just say, do you need video services? ? Regards, whatever your name is. No, each have a template and then have spaces to be personal in those templates as well. But yeah, this was the strategy for this one was I looked up an event venue, the biggest one in Houston, and charted all the events that were happening upcoming, and I found the coordinator for each one of those events, and then I sent them a personalized email saying, this is why you would need our services. And one of them was like, wow, I was actually just looking up video service in the area. And then I just handed that over to our sales guy, and he took care of the deal, and that's kind of the fun of the system that we built. But yeah, saying no for the other person is saying that event is too big for me, or there's no way I could take video that good, or, they're already a successful company. They're not going to talk to a small guy like me. You know what I mean? So, and then not contacting them, and therefore not getting the business. So
that negotiation thing that he said at the very beginning, where you throw out a number, maybe not throw out, you tell them what it's going to cost, and then you just look at them and you just wait, and you wait for them to open their mouth first. It works.
It's the worst.
I can't even.
It's torture to somebody.
I can't even tell you, how torturous it is, but it works. I mean, I did that very thing. We're sitting on a deal. This is outside of Creator House Media, and we're wanting to buy this brand from somebody, right? And so he, of course, wants a number for the brand. Of course, we've got a certain number of dollars that we're willing to spend on it. And so we throw out what we believe it's worth, and I just wait. And let him take that in, and he talked himself into the deal. Mac is sitting next to me, not on camera, and we're sitting there, and I'm talking to this dude, and we are literally almost laughing to ourselves how well this actually works, because the other person is talking themselves into the deal. Never say no for somebody else.